Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell. I'd appreciate it majorly. So there was a shooting overnight in Grantsville, Utah, which is west of Salt Lake City by, it looks about 25 miles or so. And there was 4 people killed, 4 people dead, 1 injured, and a suspect in custody. I'll get to all that. There's Salt Lake City. There's Grantsville, Utah. The shooting took place on Eastmore East. A very residential neighborhood, little ranch homes. Seems to be, by accounts, reports, like a quiet neighborhood in between 130 South and Main Street, which is right here. So on this block in there, and they haven't released the identities of those that were killed or the suspect that's in custody. This happened, I think I said 7 o'clock last night, which would be, Utah's about 2 hours behind us on the East Coast. So it would have been about 9 o'clock last night when I believe they got a call. Neighbors heard shots. I think that somebody placed a call from within, the person who placed the call was somebody from within the house. Possibly even the suspect, which by the reports I've seen, some of the most recent ones, it's a teenage boy, and amongst the 4 dead, I think there is a child or children. We don't, like I said, the identities have not been released. They're in the process of identifying family member or notifying family members, and it seems as though they're all family, they're all related, but it's not exactly clear, how, if they're all one family and all immediate family members or something else, so it seems like Fox 13, Salt Lake City, which to the best of my knowledge, this is Adam Herbert's, this is his station, I'm fairly certain. And I'm not going to talk on it a lot at all, but I mean, right when I saw this, I thought, I wonder if this is related to the 2 missing Idaho kids, and it's probably not. But I mean, immediately I thought that, and I have a feeling I know which home it is. I mean, I was able to pretty much narrow it down, but I don't know. I've been having difficulty getting on that. So, in terms of getting finding out. I mean, I wouldn't reveal that anyways, but I would just like to know. But so here, this is Fox 13, Salt Lake City, and I'll show you some other details in a second once I give you some of the particulars here. Police are investigating a shooting in Grantsville that left 4 people dead and 1 injured Friday night. Police say the shooting occurred at about 7 p.m. on Eastmore between Main Street and 130 South. They were told there might be bodies inside the home when they arrived. Once they were on scene, they found the four deceased, including 3 juveniles and an adult. Goodness. So 3 children deceased and 1 adult. I didn't know that. The fifth individual who was shot, an adult male, was taken to the hospital by another party. His condition was not immediately reported, but we have learned he is in stable condition and is expected to recover. He's basically sleeping and hasn't awoken yet, according to other reports. Who's the reporter on this? Spencer, Burt, Sidney, Glenn, Haley, Higgins, Fox 13, Salt Lake City. The person who made the 911 call is reportedly the same person who drove both the 5th shooting victim and the alleged shooter to the hospital. Okay, there you go. I didn't see that before. So the 5th shooting victim, who remains in stable condition but hasn't awoken yet, who was taken to the hospital, and the alleged shooter who was taken to the hospital. I don't know his condition. It's not reported anywhere that he was injured in any way. They were both taken to the hospital by somebody that placed the 911 call, and I don't know if that person was inside the home or a neighbor. Don't know. But they did tow a car from the medical center where the fifth victim was taken and the shooter, the alleged shooter, which is a teenage boy. And you have three dead juveniles, deceased juveniles, and one adult deceased person at the home. The suspect was found at the hospital and taken into custody without incident. Police say there is no threat to the public. Police did confirm to Fox 13 that a vehicle was towed from Mountain West Medical Center in Toole later Friday evening, and that it was connected to the investigation. Details on the victims or suspects' identities were not released, and then it goes on to talk about condolences and so forth from the Governor Gary Herberts. So the car that was towed was a Chevy Impala. That's what the reporter believed. And that's it right there, even though you can't see it that good from this picture, but there's some video of it being towed away. That car right there, the silver, I guess, Chevy Impala, and right there, I think that's silver, and it's hard to say exactly in the light. Some video of it being towed is right here.
Parking lot. We believe it's a Chevy Impala. We're not sure how this car is connected to all of this, but we do know it is somehow involved, and that second police vehicle seemingly left with it. Now, we had heard that the suspect may have been arrested here on hospital grounds. Our contacts with the medical centre were not able to confirm or deny that at this time. Again, the male victim who was brought here, we do not know what injuries he suffered. We do know that he is not awake at the moment, but the hospital is saying he is in stable condition.
So, I mean, that's pretty much the extent of what's known so far. You have 4 victims at the house, 3 of them juvenile. We don't know the ages of those persons. 1 adult. We don't know the genders of those persons. We don't know exactly how they're related, but they are family in some way, including the alleged shooter, the suspect. And that actually says that here. 4 members of a family are dead and a 5th is hospitalized after a shooting that rocked a tranquil, close-knit neighborhood. Adding to the shock is that the suspected shooter is a member of the family who was taken into police custody. Early reports from police indicate the shooter was a teenager. Grantsville Mayor Brent Marshall, who came to the scene to speak with responders late Friday night, confirmed the victims and the shooter are all related. It's an unfortunate tragedy that has taken place here in the evening. And I'm sure it will take days or even longer to try and piece together what brought all of this on and why it happened. If we ever get to know why it happened, it's upsetting. This is normally a very quiet neighborhood, and anytime you have children involved in something, it becomes very emotional, very very fast. He mentioned about at some point in one of his tweets to secure your firearms. Something like that, suggesting that basically, I don't know, the teenage boy had taken, the firearm from his own home from one of, probably registered to his parents. And that's pretty much all that's known so far, At some point, they're going to be releasing the identities. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that this necessarily has something to do with the 2 missing Idaho kids, because there was some connections to Utah. I mean, that's Salt Lake City is far from Springville, Utah, on the map quite a bit, but who knows? And a lot of the properties where they were staying were in various places. I'm sure I might be reaching on that. It's just a pretty unusual situation, and Springville's up in here because here's Idaho. It's quite a ways, but I mean, there was that story was all over the place. Arizona, getting married in Vegas, various parties in various parts of Arizona, Texas, Utah, and Idaho. anyways, I don't know that that's actually anything to do with this. So, lastly, he said this is normally a very quiet neighborhood, and any time you have children involved in something, it becomes very emotional. That was the mayor. Police have not yet released the names, ages, or relationship between the 4 people who were killed, but did state that an injured adult male was taken to Mountain West Medical Center. He's said to be in stable condition. The suspected shooter was taken into custody, and that there is no threat to the public as of 9:10 p.m. That's, I think, 9:10 p.m. their time. So that, I think it began at 7. The shooting suspect is reported to be a teenager and was said to have been taken to the hospital, although he was not injured during the incident, and it's unclear if he is still there. KUTV reported that it was possible the suspected shooter was apprehended at the hospital. Police told Fox 13 a car connected to the fatal shooting investigation was towed to the hospital parking lot later Friday night. And that's everything, man. That's the story there for now. And as soon as I know more, I will let you know. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.